Welcome back, Seahawks. I'm Jessica Nelson here with members of the UNCW Men's Surf Club. Right now, they have reached the final round of the Red Bull Bracket Reel online video contest. UNCW is matched up against Monmouth University and look to win the grand prize of a trip to Hawaii. Thank you for being here, guys. Could you just tell me a little bit more about the competition?
Yeah, so Red Bull picked the 8 best college surf teams in the nation to compete in a video contest where you submit 3 videos online. And in each round, you go head-to-head against another university, and whichever university gets the most votes progresses to the next round. And whoever wins the total contest wins a free trip to Hawaii for the whole rest of the team.
Wow, that's awesome. So you said there's only 8 schools that were chosen. How did you guys get chosen? What was the process of going through that?
Well, I did a contest over the summer, the O'Neill Sweetwater contest, and I ended up winning that event. And the Red Bull student brand manager, Josh McCoy, approached me after the event. And he asked me if I'd be interested in doing the contest and picking a team for UNCW, and I was like, yeah, of course. And luckily, me and Jacob Laham and one of the other surf team members, Evan Barton, were headed to Mexico the next day, so we got to film in Mexico, so that was pretty cool.
Awesome. So there's 3 different rounds. How do the rounds work? Tell me a little bit about the edits themselves. Each one was themed differently?
Yeah, so there's 3 different rounds. The first round was Glory Days, and that was supposed to showcase like your best waves and like kind of the best days. So for that clip, we used a lot of the footage that we had gotten in Mexico. The second round was themed Kooks and Flukes, which is kind of just like funny, and you're supposed to kind of go all out and just have a good time doing like funny things. So we actually got towed behind a pickup truck in Carolina Beach just to kind of like wipe out and just have fun and just film that. And then the third round, which is the final that we're in now, is called Style Files. And that's all about the cinematography and the editing and kind of how you put the film together rather than the content.
Okay, cool. So you guys have made it to the final round. Why do you guys think you've made it this far? What have you guys been doing to promote this contest?
Well, a lot of us have been going around campus, passing out flyers and doing as much as we can. We did a little event in front of the library the past 2 weeks about. This will be the 3rd week in a row we're going to try and do it. But we've been passing out Loops donuts and passing out free Red Bull for people who click the link and vote. So we've been doing that, and that's been working out really well. Been blasting a lot of people on Facebook, asking them for votes, and Instagram, and all social media accounts, and it's been working out pretty well. The community support has been amazing. We can't thank everyone enough for that.
Yeah, definitely. And so you said people have to go on and click like. How does the voting process work?
It's actually pretty easy. The only thing that you have to do is be logged into Facebook, and then once you go to the Red Bull Bracket Reel website, you just go to the video and click like on whichever video that you want to vote for, and that's all you have to do.
Wow, so if you guys win this round, you get an all-expenses-paid trip to North Shore of Hawaii.
Yeah, it'd be pretty special for the UNCW Surf team, that's
Yeah,
for sure.
That's awesome. So how many of you guys are there that would be going over there?
So our team consists of 7 of us, 6 surfers, and then me. I'm a filmer and editor who also surfs for fun. So this is going to be a great time for us all to kind of bond and have like a team trip, and also getting an all expense paid trip is kind of out of the norm. That never really happens for anyone unless you're a pro surfer. So it's kind of like we're living the dream of like being famous when in actuality we're just students.
Yeah, so it would be a really, really great opportunity for you guys. So tell me a little bit about you guys as a team. What other kind of recognition or achievements have you guys, achieved since you guys have been surfing together?
So there's a surf team that represents UNCW that competes as a club team, and that's not exactly the same as this. There's 9 people that compete on that team. And that team has won the East Coast Championships the last 7 out of 8 years that we've done it. So we're pretty prestigious as far as East Coast competition goes, and we've been ranked as high as 2nd nationally. So we're a really good East Coast and nationally ranked surf team. But UNCW told us to pick 7 members, so we couldn't use the entire surf team, and we also had to have a filmer in Jacob. So it's a little bit different, but we are using a lot of the same members.
Okay, so, but skill level, experience-wise, the 7 members that you guys have chosen to go, where are they at? Like compared to, I know that we had spoken before and you had said you know, like people don't really expect, you know, East Coast surfers to be as prestigious or as good as West Coast and Hawaii and stuff like that. But then again, you also told me that you had some of the most talented and most passionate surfers here.
Yeah, so there's a stigma kind of about the East Coast, kind of how we don't have as much waves and it just isn't consistent as the West Coast. But, I mean, some of the biggest pros in the whole world, Kelly Slater, the Hopgood brothers, Ben Bourgeois, who's from Wrightsville Beach, have all came from the East Coast who are, you know, some of the best in the world. So there's obviously the talent that can come out of here. I just think it's a little bit harder, and we have to work a little bit harder just to get to that level of progression.
Yeah, and so how, I guess, I don't know how to say this, the recognition that UNCW as a university would get from you guys winning this, the university and you guys as surfers, as a team. Tell me a little bit about what that would be like.
It'd be pretty special for the university, especially just because to have one of the best surf teams in the nation. I mean, we've gone to nationals and gotten second nationally before, but not a lot of people realize it. It's not something that's really advertised a lot by the university, but I think this is something that a lot of the students are really getting behind, and we're actually getting a lot of school spirit behind this event because everyone's so involved in it. So I think it's really something that brings a lot of recognition to the surf team and the university as a whole, because all the other schools that are competing in it are realizing that we have a really legitimate surf team here at this university.
And not only that, the students that are currently enrolled are definitely expressing more school spirit than I've ever seen. And I've also heard and seen a lot online of alumni and other old students who used to go to UNCW that are backing the surf team because they were at one point surfers who went to UNCW, because that's why a lot of people go to UNCW. You know, they want to surf and be by the beach. So people seeing that UNCW is actually like producing really good videos with really good surfing, I think really makes just everyone happy.
So producing really good videos, you said you're doing all the editing and all the filming and stuff for this contest. Tell me a little bit about the video process, the making of all of this.
So when we got asked to do this event, me and Shane have been friends forever, so we've filmed together before, and I knew that we had a solid crew and that we could really produce something amazing, especially the fact that right after we heard about the event, we were going to Mexico the next day, where there's some world-class waves. But besides that, like, it's just been we've spent a lot of hours together, just not only surfing and at the beach, but in the editing bays, just kind of talking about different ideas. And as much as it is me behind the computer and behind the camera, all these guys have had just as active part, like in the editing bay, and, you know, us making collaborative decisions on what will actually get the people to vote.
Wow, so it sounds like you put a lot of work into the video. It sounds like it turned out pretty awesome. So let's check it out.
Time, the indefinite, unlimited duration in which things are considered past, present, or future. Every moment there has ever been or ever will be. The word time derived from the Old English word tide, the periodic rise and fall of the waters of the ocean and its inlets, produced by the attraction of the moon and sun, and every 12 hours indefinitely.
To view their video online, log on to redbullbracketreel.com. Polling ends at 2 a.m. on Friday, October 30th, so please check it out and vote to support your fellow Seahawks. Again, I'm Jessica Nelson. Thank you so much to the surf team for joining us today, and we wish you guys the best of luck in the rest of your contest.
Thanks, Jesse.
Yeah, thanks, Jesse. I'd also like to say thank you all of the UNCW students, everyone from around the East Coast and nationwide who's been voting for UNCW throughout this whole contest. It really means a lot to us, and we could never be here without you.